Greetings students, I am Rajesh Vadas and you are learning satellite communication with me. In this series today I am going to discuss the new topic with you. Have you subscribed this channel? No? If you have not subscribed this channel yet, then subscribe it and press the bell icon to get the latest notification. So now let's start the topic. In this session, I am going to discuss about International Telecommunication Union and the different sectors which comes under the ITU. In the previous class, we have seen the basic block diagram of the satellite communication, and we saw that the transmitting earth station transmits the signal towards the satellite, and the link between the transmitting earth station antenna and the satellite is known as the uplink, and the link between the satellite and the receiving earth station antenna is known as the downlink. That we have seen in the previous class, and we also have seen about the spectrum allocation of the satellite communication. We discussed about different bands which are used for the satellite communication, that is ultra high frequency band, C band, X band, Ku band, K band and Ka band, that we have discussed in the previous class. If you have not attended the previous class, then you can watch the video of the previous class, and the link of that class is given in the description box. This spectrum allocation is basically done by the International Telecommunication Union. This spectrum allocation is basically a process of assigning the frequency bands to the service provider in such a way that zero crosstalk and interference takes place at the time of the communication. Spectrum allocation is basically a process of assigning the frequency bands to the service provider in such a way that zero crosstalk and interference takes place at the time of communication. That means zero crosstalk should be there and interference should be minimum. While assigning the frequency bands to the service providers, it should be taken care of. The spectrum allocation is done by the government regulatory agencies. If we talk about the Indian system, then TRAI is there, Telephone Regulatory Authority of India, which makes the recommendations and pricing allocation of the spectrum, and this TRAI works under the Department of Telecommunication, and Department of Telecommunication works under the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology. International Telecommunication Union. International Telecommunication Union is basically an agency of United Nations, and it was constituted in 1865 and its oldest existing international organization. ITU headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. Its purpose is to coordinate the telecommunication operations and the services throughout the world. The main objectives of ITU are to allocate the radio frequency bands to the different services, to coordinate and registering frequency assignments and satellite orbital positions to avoid the harmful interferences, to standardize the telecommunication technologies, operations and the services, to implement new technologies in the existing global telecommunication network, and to improving the accessibility of telecommunications in the developing countries like in India. These objectives are achieved by the ITU with the help of different sectors, and these sectors works under the ITU. Three sectors are there. One is ITU-R, another is ITU-T, and next is ITU-D. ITU-R stands for International Telecommunication for Radio Communications. R stands for here Radio Communications. Similarly, in ITU-T, T stands for Telecommunication Standardization, and D stands for Telecommunication Developments. These three sectors works under the ITU and helps the ITU to achieve the objectives of this agency. Now I'll discuss these sectors one by one. ITU-R. ITU-R is the first sector which works under the ITU, and R is radio communications. It plays an important role in management of the radio frequency spectrum. It also ensures the efficient, equitable and economical use of radio frequency spectrum by various radio communication services. Allocation of frequency spectrum is made on the region basis. Basically, for satellite communications, the overall world is divided into the three regions: region 1, region 2 and region 3. On the basis of those regions, the allocation of frequency spectrum is done by the ITU, and each member country submits its proposal of spectrum allocation to the ITU. After deliberate discussions on the received proposal in the meeting of all country members, decisions are taken for opening the bands. India became the member of ITU in 1869. Different subcommittees works under ITUR, which helps the ITUR sector to achieve its objectives. The first element is Radio Communication Assemblies. Radio Communication Assemblies basically considers the report of ITUR study group and also considers the report of Radio Communication Advisory. ITUR study group compiles the handbook on the spectrum management and develops the ITUR recommendations on the basis of technical characteristics and operational procedures of the radio communication services. And next one is Radio Communication Advisory Group, that is the third element of the ITUR sector. It helps the ITUR study group by providing the guidance that how to work and monitors the work progress of the ITUR study group also. It also reviews the strategies and priorities adopted in the group. Next is Radio Communication Bureau. Radio Communication Bureau provides the technical information as well as conducts the seminar on the national frequency management and provides the advice to the members of the state on the effective, equitable and economical use of the radio frequency spectrum. It also coordinates and supports the work of ITUR sector. Now last element of this ITUR sector is Radio Regulations Board. Radio Regulations Board provides the advice to radio communication conferences and radio communication assemblies and approves the rules of procedure used in applying the provisions of radio regulations by Radio Communication Bureau. Next sector is ITU-T, that is telecommunication standardization. This sector is responsible for telecommunication standardization. Telecommunication standardization is done by studying technical, operational and traffic regarding questions. It also adopts the recommendations to standardizing the telecommunications, and each member country submits its proposal of spectrum allocation to ITU after deliberate discussion on the received proposals in the meeting of all country members. Decisions are taken for opening of the bands. Similarly, as that of ITUR sector, ITU-T sector also have its subcommittees which function simultaneously to achieve the main motto of ITU-T sector. The first is World Telecommunication Standards Assembly, that is WTSA. Assemblies of WTSA are basically convened in every 4 years. However, if required, additional assembly may be held. जनरली जो है आपका 4 years में एक असेंबली आपका WTSA का होता है, लेकिन इफ़ देर इज़ एनी एमरजेंट रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ एनी कंट्री तो उस केस में आपका जो असेंबलीज हैं वो आपकी जल्दी भी फिक्स हो जाती है. इट ऑल्सो डिफाइंस द जनरल पॉलिसी ऑफ द सेक्टर एंड इट ऑल्सो एस्टेब्लिशेज द स्टडी ग्रुप्स एंड अप्रूव्स द वर्क प्रोग्राम फॉर ईच स्टडी पीरियड ऑफ 4 years and responsible for appointment of the chairman as well as the vice chairman of the study group. Next element of ITU sector is World Telecommunication Standards Assembly, that is WTSA. It has 7 standing committees like Budget Control Committee, Steering Committee, Working Method of ITU, ITU-T, Work Program and Organization, Telecommunication Services and Traffic Issues, Telecom Network Infrastructure and Editorial Committee. Next element of ITU sector is Telecommunication Standardization Advisory Group, that is TSEC group. It has 3 working parties, WP1, WP2 and WP3, and the work is divided in all these 3 parties. WP1 basically deals with the working methods, while WP2 takes care of work programs and WP3 deals with the documentation and the publication of the overall documentation. 3 other groups also works under TSEC, and these groups are cooperating and coordinating group, reform group and strategic policy group. Next element of ITU is TSB, that is the Telecommunication Standardization Bureau. It has 3 departments. Department A deals with the general affair and the planning. Department B deals with the study groups, and third department, that is technical services, deals with the technical revisions, terminology and data processing. Now next sector is ITU-D, that is Telecommunication Development Department. It facilitates and enhance the telecommunication development worldwide by organizing, offering and coordinating technical cooperation and assistance activities. It also offers technical assistance to the countries in the field of telecommunication. It is also responsible to promote and mobilize the material and financial resources needed for implementation of new telecommunication technology. Similarly, as that of ITU-R and ITU-T sector, ITU-D sector also have its sub-elements. And these are the Telecommunication Development Advisory Group, that is TDAG. It advises the direction and reviewing the priorities and the strategies of the sector's activities. It also provides advices for monitoring the progress made in the implementation of the work program. Next element of this ITU-D sector is the Telecommunication Development Bureau Group, that is BDT Group. It is the administrative arm of the development sector. Its duties and responsibilities are program supervision, technical advice, processing and publication of information relevant to the telecommunication department. Next is the study groups. ITU-D sector have 2 study groups which are responsible for providing the analytical support to prepare recommendations, opinions, guidelines, handbooks, manuals and the reports for the telecommunication developments. So this is all about the ITU, that is International Telecommunication Union, and about the different sectors which works under the ITU to achieve the main objectives of this ITU agency. All the information is taken from the Wireless Communication Systems book which was published by IK International Publishing House Private Limited and authored prepared by me. In the next class, we will discuss about the basic block diagram of the transmitting earth station and the receiving earth station which are used for the satellite communication. So thank you for watching this video.